Hi everyone, welcome to this session. I am Mrs. D. Kartika, AP from CSC. This session we will discuss about packages in Java. So, objective of this session is what are all packages, how it works, why we need packages in Java, how to access package from another package, how to send the class file to another directory or drive. So these are all the things we are going to discuss here. What are packages? A Java package is a group of similar type of classes, interfaces and sub packages, that is a folder in a file directory. This package is categorized into two types. So first one is built-in packages, that is package from the Java API, and second one is user-defined packages, that is create your own packages, right? So first, built-in packages. So these packages consist of a large number of classes which are a part of Java APIs. Some of the commonly used built-in packages are java.lang, java.io, java.util, java.applet, java.awt, and final java.net. So first one, java.language. This package is automatically imported package which contains language support classes. And second one, java.io, which contain classes for supporting input and output operations. And third one, java.util, which contains utility classes which implements data structures like linked list, directory, and which also support date and time operators. Java.applet, which contains classes for creating applets. And fifth one, java.awt, which contains classes for implementing the components for graphical uses interface like button, menus, etc. And final one, java.net, which contain classes for supporting network operations. And the keyword import, which is used for either import a single class or a whole package. Here the single class which aligns with the method and attributes. Whole package means that contains all the classes that belongs to the specified packages, right? Next, how to first thing, you are creating the packages, right? So how to create a package? So first step is the packages are always mirrored through directory structures. So to create a package, first we have to create a directory or directory structure that matches the package hierarchy. Second step, package structure should match the directory structure also. To make a class belongs to a particular packages, include the package statement as the first statement of a source file. So these are all the steps involved to create a packages. And then how to access package from another package. So there are three ways to access the package from outside the program. So first one, import package dot star. Second one, import package dot class name. And third one, fully qualified name. So these are the three ways to access the package from outside the program. So first we are going to use package name and package name. If you use package.star, then all the classes and interfaces of this package will be accessible but not sub packages. Here important keyword is used to make the class and interface of another package accessible to the current packages, right? And second thing, using package name dot class name. If you import package dot class name, then only declared class of this package will be accessible. And third one, if you are using full qualified name. If you use full qualified name, then only declared class of this package will be accessible. Now, there is no need to import, but you need to use full qualified name every time when you are accessing the particular class or interface. If you are going to access a particular class or interface, you have to call again and again the name fully qualified name, right? It is generally used when two packages have same class name. For example, java.util and java.sql packages which contain date class, then you can use this fully qualified name. And third one, how to send the class file to another directory or drive. So there is a scenario. I want to put the class file of a.java. Let us consider two file name. First one is a.java and second one is b.java. So you are going to access the file a.java source file in a class folder of C drive. Then you can use this package. So how to put two public class in a package means, if you want to put two public classes in a package, have to Java source file. Files contain one public class, but you have to keep the package name same. For example, Java you have to save your file name as a.java, and second file name is b.java. So you are going to access the two different applications. You can use the same class name, your package name has been same java.point. I put the package name is class name is java point, so that you can retrieve the information from a.java and also b.java. So how the package is working? Package names and directory structures are very closely related. For example, let us consider the package name is college.staff.csc. Then there are three directories. The first one is college, second one is staff, and third one is CSE. Such that CSE is present in staff and the staff is present in college. Also, the directory college is accessible through class path variable. That is, path from parent directory of a college is present in class path. So this is the idea to make sure that classes are easily to locate, right? Why we are using packages? That means, what is the use of packages? Means there are several reasons. So first one, it will reduce the naming conflicts, and second one, reuse of code, organization of product, modularity, access protection, information handling. So better organization and reusability. So how it will resolve the naming conflict means, we can define two classes with the same name in different packages, so that avoid name collision we can use packages. Reusability. While developing a project in Java, we often feel that there are few things that we are writing again and again in our code. Using packages, you can create such things in form of classes inside your packages, and whenever you need to perform that same task, just import that package and use the class. Better organization. In large Java project where we can have several hundreds of classes, it is always required to group the similar type of classes in a meaningful package name, so that you can organize your project better, and when you need something, you can quickly locate it and use it, which improves the efficiency. It will hide the information. It does not show any information to third party. That is access. It will give the access, protection, and modularity. Next, we will show the demo classes. Here I take example for currency converter, distance converter, and time converter by using packages, right? So what is package here? So the package means a package in Java which is used to group related classes, that is a folder in a file directory, which is called packages. So what is the use of package means? Which will avoid name conflicts and to write a better maintainable code. Okay, so this is the use of packages. Next, this package will be divided into two categories. So first one is built-in package, second one is user defined package. So built-in package means packages from Java applications. User defined packages means create your own packages. Okay, so let's move into the program. So first, import, which is a keyword. So import is a keyword. You can either import a single class or a whole packages. Here the single class means it also consists of methods and attributes, right? Whole packages means that contain all the classes that belongs to specified packages, right? So here the import is keyword java.io, which means input and output. So these are all called import java.io, import java.util.scanner, and import all classes. Here the all classes mean package name. Package name is all class. Next, so these are all the library functions. So library functions means a library which contains components for managing input which is based on the platform programming, right? So these library functions is divided into packages and classes. Here all class is a package, right? Next step, main. So here the main function, so where you are going to start your execution, or simply it is the entry point of your Java programming, that is called main, right? So here public. So what is public means? It is an access modifier which specifies from where and who can access the method. Next, static. So static means that the method belongs to the main class and not an object of the main class. Only it belongs to the main class. Okay, right. Void, which means it does not return any value. So void, which does not return any value. If you want return any value, you have to write something. then you can use int or character, right? Next, string arguments, which will store Java command line arguments, right? Next, int and double. These are all the data types. So what is data type? Which means a variable in Java must be specified, right? So there are many data types. Here we are using only two data types. First one is int, second one is double, right? So this int and double are primitive data types, right? Next, next step, COR. C, here the C is the object, new COR. That means you are calling the method COR, which I already stored in all packages class, that is COR.java. Next, we are calling the object T, that method name is TIMD, sorry, TIM. Next, this D, which will call the method dis. Next, we are using here do while loop. So what is do while loop is, the loop will execute the code black at least once before checking the condition, if the condition is true or false. This is do while loop. Until the condition is true, it will be executed, right? Here the curly braces and open and close curly braces marks the beginning and ending of the block of code. So within the curly braces we are going to execute the code, right? So next, semicolon, each code statement must be end with the semicolon, right? Next, scanner input equal to new scanner system.out.in. Here the scanner, by writing scanner input, we are declaring input as a object of scanner class. So here the object name is input. We are declaring the object for scanner class, right? System.in, which means input will be given to the system, right? So next we are using the switch statement, because we are converting we are for we are doing many programs in a single package, right? So first one is currency to currency converter, second one is distance converter, third one is time converters. So these three Java programs will be executed in a single package, right? So first we are moving into the switch statement. First there are three cases. So in case one we are converting the currency, right? So first statement, dollar to inner value, euro to inner value. Next, third one is yen to inner value. Fourth one, inner to yen, right? So we are getting the value and convert into the particular part, right? So that we are using the case 1, case 2, case 3 and case 4. There are 4 cases we are using, right, in currency converter. Next part is just we are printing the output by using the system.out.println, right? Next case is our distance converter. So here we are getting the distance from meter or miles or kilometer, then we have to convert into the particular what we need, right? So first here the case 1 which will convert the kilometer into meter value into the kilometer value, and second case 2 mile into kilometer, and third one kilometer into miles, right? So we are doing the many Java programs within a single packages, right? So now we move to the run column. Before that, you have to set your path where you are going to execute, right? So here the file name is converter program. You must declare the file name as your class name, right? So here the class name is converter program, which is the main class. So you have to declare the file name as class name .java, right? So now run the program. So the program name is converter pgm.java. So first step, compile the main program. There is no error. So then run the program, that is java file name. So our file name is converter program. Just run the main class. So there are 3 options. So first application currency converter, and second method time converter, and third one distance converter. We move to first. So here there are 4 options. So first one is $2 inner value, inner rupees, Indian rupees. Second one euro 2 inner Indian rupees. Third one yen 2 inner rupees. Fourth one Indian rupees to yen. So we choose first one, $2 Indian rupees. Enter the dollar value. So $100. If you are entering $100, so which is equal to Indian value 6,844 rupees. If you want to continue, press 1. Otherwise, you have to put 0. So I want to continue. So first one, 1. So second, we move to second option, time converter 2. So I choose the option 2 seconds to minutes. So I enter 120 seconds, that is 2 minutes, right? So if you want to continue the same process, you will be enter the options. Otherwise, quit the program, right? Right. Okay, thank you.